I'm going to request the chair to add one more member to our committee because it'll be easy if we have 9. Now we have 8 and we still have to have like 5 members to have quorum. Or if not, to take 1 member out. So it'll be 7. And then quorum will be 4. I see that Simaris has joined us. And on that note, we do have quorum. And at 7:20:19, I'm going to call this meeting to order. My name is Isidro Medina. I am the chair of CV12 Licensing Committee. And we do have some items on the agenda, but I'd like to take care of some issues first. Apologies for the issue dealing with the link previously. That was a technical difficulty that it was out of our control, but I'm glad that Ebenezer and the staff were able to manage this. Let's go through the process of proper introduction. First, committee members, followed by the president, followed by other board members. Again, Isidro Medina. I am the chair of the License Committee. Welcome to this meeting that is usually will take place on Wednesdays, but because of the Jewish holidays, our Brothermen's, we're doing this on a Thursday. On that note, I'll pass it on to Joel. Joel, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Joel Abreu. I'm a part of this committee, Community Board 12, and the chair of the Business Development Committee. I look forward to hearing your applications today.
Follow by Simari.
Good evening, everyone. Simari Hernandez here. I'm glad to be here tonight and to hear from you all. And I look forward to hopefully approving the application. Thank you.
Thank you, Simari. Next is Robin, followed by Anthony. Robin.
Good evening, guys. My name is Robin. I'm being part of the community for quite a bit. Welcome all.
Thank you, Robin. Anthony.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Viola. I've been on the community board for about 3 months now. I serve on this committee, the land use committee, and the bylaws task force. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Now we're going to introduce the office members, starting with Ebenezer. Ebenezer, if you're there, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. Ebenezer Smith, District Manager, Community Board 12. Always a pleasure being here. Apologize for the technical difficulty, but I think we are able to resolve it very quickly, and I hope everybody's here. Like I said before, if you need, you haven't received the new link, please call me 718-594-5239. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebenezer. Chanel in the house. Chanel.
Hi, everyone. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. I'm Chanel Paniagua, Community Associate. I hope you guys have a good meeting.
Thank you, Chanel. Chanel and Ebenezer, is it possible for you perhaps to stay logged into the meeting in case someone comes in thinking that they have the right link or not?
So we're going to be supporting to make sure everybody is in the meeting. Yes, sure.
Thank you so much. Let's now introduce our precincts. First, the 33rd precinct. I see they're not here yet, but I see the 34th.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm Detective Torres from the 33rd precinct. I am NCO admin, and I'll be representing the precinct today. Detective
Torres, right?
Yes.
Welcome on board. Followed by the 34th precinct. I see Nery Castillo there.
Good afternoon. This is Captain, Executive Officer. I'm in place for Inspector Castillo.
Okay. What's your name again? Sorry, Captain.
Captain Marzan, M-A-R-Z-A-N.
Very well. Welcome on board. So I see that the two of you are practically new to the meeting. The way that we process the licenses is that we hear from the applicants, and then I will go over and review the applicant's request, and then we're going to ask for your input about each particular applicant. And once we listen from your recommendations and your report, we open up the floor in case there are any residents that will have any issues. After we listen from our residents, then the committee itself will come into terms and we will vote on each application at a time. Very well. I don't see any board members present or any elected officials. So let's proceed with the agenda. I do need to have a volunteer to see who's going to write up the minute. Do I have any volunteers? I'm going to write up the resolutions, by the way, but I do need a volunteer for the minutes.
Yeah, I could do the minutes, Isidro.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Also, we don't have a vice chair. Angel Bastos is not present. So I need to have someone that would do the roll call. I'm sure you know how Angel did it. I'll call each applicant one at a time. So that'll be a big help. Do I have any volunteer?
Yeah, I could do that too. I may need a little help for the first few, but I could try. Thanks.
That will help a lot, Anthony, because that'll give me breathing room to refocus and concentrate on a lot of different questions that we have. So that will help a lot. Thank you so much, Anthony. So let's proceed with the meeting. Again, once again, I'd like to welcome you all to this licensing committee meeting. We do have some numbers on the agendas, and I'd like to proceed with the agenda if there are no objections. And seeing none, let's proceed with the agenda. And Anthony, please call agenda item number 1.
Okay, great. So agenda item number 1 for a renewal lease, or excuse me, a renewal license is 3938 Broadway Rest LLC, DBA Fort Washington Public House. Is there a representative or owner from that establishment present?
Yes, present.
Yes.
Could the owner
Oh, sorry.
representative from the restaurant just say their name? Sorry.
Niall Henry,
And you are
the owner.
an owner?
Yes.
Is it just you? I heard a couple of voices.
No, it's just me as the owner. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Very well. Thank you so much, Anthony. Again, this establishment is seeking a renewal on the application. They submitted a complete application. Based on the last time that I came to this community board, the community board did not object to the last request, which happened on April 27th or 2021, I'm sorry. Based on the trajectory, we have very few issues. Back in 2021, there was only one 311 complaint as reported by the 33rd precinct. There is an issue with the health report. The last time that this establishment was inspected, they received a C, which is very concerning. They have some violations as far as like the inspection was conducted. So we have some questions about the health issues of this establishment. On that note, Henry, what can you tell us about this issue about the health grade that you received, the C, very low? Please elaborate.
Yes. This is the first time. Good evening, everybody. My name is Niall Henry. I'm the owner operator of 3 establishments in the community board. Fort Washington Public House is our newest establishment. This is the first time we received a health grade over the last 10 years below an A. And we are working dramatically every day to improve that. A majority of the violations that we received have already been corrected. We're working with an outside consultant with this, and we've taken it very seriously. There was an issue on the violations with the health department. What was out of our control? There was something in the building next door to us, and we got a violation for it. It's unfair, but that's just how it is. But we're working towards improving it, and we should have re-inspection in the next 30 to 60 days, and I expect us to have an A in the window again.
And Henry, what was out of your control that you said that's why you got this low grade?
No, there was one issue out of our control. The rest of it was our fault. A small issue with in the basement that was like a joint basement with the building itself.
Can you tell us what that item was that was under your control?
There was a leak on a pipe, and the water was seeping through the wall beneath it. And there wasn't our leak. However, there was sitting water there, and we got a sitting water violation.
So there was a leak on a pipe, and was that outside of your premise or inside the premise?
Outside of our premise.
Outside?
Yeah, outside.
Okay. And my last question, Henry, before we go to the precinct, you have a $5,000 summon from the SLA. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yes, during COVID, we stayed open, I believe, a half hour past the curfew of 10 o'clock one night, and we got a violation for that. Times were tough back then, and we were trying to pay our rent, and it's not an excuse, but it's just the facts.
All right. Okay. Thank you for being honest. Appreciate that. On that note, I would move to the 33rd precinct to listen to the report. Detective Torres, can you please tell us some feedback on this establishment, please?
In this establishment, we actually have no problems on our end. It's been a few parkers in the front of the location. Other than that, no real complaints about it and no crimes or anything like that in the location.
Thank you so much, Detective.
No problem.
Are there any residents? I see one particular. Cheryl, is that a question for this applicant? You have the floor, Cheryl.
Hi, thank you, Isidro. Sorry, I was waiting to get the link. I was rushing to get on here. So sorry. Yeah, I had a question for Niall. Hi, Niall, it's Cheryl. He knows me.
Cheryl, how are you?
Good. I live upstairs in the building above the establishment. So yeah, I know that you had a C rating, a little disappointed to hear that. Hope you guys can, fix that up. But so two questions. Niall, when we talked, when you were first opening up the place, you said something about that you soundproof. I had an issue last week with I was hearing, music up in my apartment, which after 4 years, I was kind of surprised. But I wanted to know, is it soundproofed? And also if you guys have a sound limiter, because one thing that I know, that needs to be kept in mind is that this is an old building. And so even with soundproofing, a lot of times if that bass, I understand it was an issue with the DJ and he's since been fired. He was let go because there was an issue with him. And I did speak to Ken a couple of nights ago. He told me, he reassured me. He spoke to the staff about just watching, with the music and all of that and the noise. So basically, those are my two questions. Was it truly soundproofed? And also, if you guys have a sound limiter, because one more thing really quick. I'm sorry, Isidro. I'm not sure if, and maybe the precinct can answer this question, but I understand like a lot of establishments, they have speakers outside of their restaurant. And my understanding is that speakers are not permitted outside of the establishments. I understand like it's really not being enforced. However, they are not permitted. And I have to say, a lot of times I walk by there during the day and the people working in there, the staff, they got that music turned up pretty loud. I don't know if you were aware of that or not. I don't want to see you guys get hit with a violation, from SLA or whoever may decide that they're going to enforce it, but they're not permitted. And I see Isidro shaking his head. They're not permitted.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So-
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
They're not permitted under any circumstances.
Okay.
So if you could just
So
answer those two questions, Niall, thanks.
Yeah. So when we applied for the license way back when, I believe in 2018 or the beginning of 2019, this establishment was extremely, no one in the area liked it, especially including Cheryl Miller. I believe there was a lot of noise issues. There was a lot going on in the establishment. So it was called El Presidente, and it was closed for 2 years. But people did not like it. So when we agreed to sign a lease and take over this place, we had a big job ahead of us with people in the area and the community board not liking this corner, not liking the area and the space for what happened in the past. It was a nightclub, they DJs, it was a lot going on there. And I can assure you, we're 85% more of a restaurant. We do have a bar, but we try every day to keep in mind all the citizens and people in the building every single day. We were not forced to, but made get a sound limiter way back in 2018, 2019 when we opened up. We did install very expensive installation / soundproofing that was acquired by this committee. So we have done everything we can to keep this noise down for 4 years until 2 weeks ago. There was no issues. And in my opinion, nothing has changed in those 4 years. Sorry, and to answer your questions, yes to a sound limiter, yes to insulation / soundproofing. Yes.
And yes, to the removal of the speakers outside of the premise, correct?
Yes.
Very well. Are there any questions? Let's go into our committee members to see if there are any questions now. Committee members. Seeing none. Niall has indicated that the space has been properly soundproofed. He has also indicated that on our questionnaire, and there's also sound limiter. Taking into account that there are some speakers outside, which the owner has said that he's going to remove. I would like to go to a straight vote if there are no objections.
Ms. Edro, I'm sorry, it's Cheryl. One more thing. I don't know if you
Yes.
knew about it, but just to let you know, they did have a sign in the window about tonight, the public notice that they have to put up, just to let you know that it was in the window.
Yeah, we have pictures. They sent us a picture of it. Which
Okay.
Is, yeah,
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl.
Sure.
So on that note, let's go to a straight vote if there are no oppositions. Saying none, rest of it.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Marie, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. 4 yeses, 1 abstention.
Thank you so much. So, Neil, thank you so much for coming. Please address some of the issues that were brought up with understanding that, Cheryl is a tenant there and she'll be very active in our meetings. So please take care of the issue of the speakers. Congratulations. And again, this is, we're going to recommend to the community board, the general board meeting to approve this license. But the final decision will be made at the general board meeting, which will take place on Tuesday, April 25th. Very well.
Thank
On
you
that
very
note, let's go to the next one, please.
Okay, great. The next applicant is Lake Erie Group LLC, DBA HP at North End. Do we have a representative from that applicant?
Hi, good evening. This is Ben Savitsky of Bernstein, Reno, and Savitsky for Lake Erie, and also Lauren Lynch, the owner of Lake Erie LLC, is also on.
Lauren Lynch, you said?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here. Hi, everybody. My daughter's having a meltdown right now, so I'm going to keep putting it on mute and answer when I direct questions. Sorry.
Welcome on board, both. And again, Lauren has always been active and also has come to all of our meetings. As a great establishment, they did submit a complete application. And the last time that this applicant came on board, going back to 9/4/2022, there was no objection by the board. They did submit a complete application once again. And I do have the owner representative present. So I would like to ask the 34th precinct to see about the input, and I'd like to move forward. So Detective Captain Morrison, please tell us what the recommendation 34th is.
Yeah, on behalf of the 34th precinct, this establishment wasn't on the list of problematic locations, so there's nothing to report here.
Thank you so much, Captain. On that note, I see no comments from our residents, committee members. Do you have any questions? I highly recommend that if for the committee members and also the all the community to visit this establishment. It's really nice. It's really cozy, and you feel safe. And that is in front of the 34 precinct. Great people. So on that note, if there are no oppositions, I'd like to call this to a vote. Saying none, Anthony, please proceed.
Great. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Marie, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. That's 5 yeses, no nos.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So congratulations to you both.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Sure. Take care of yourself. Congratulations. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time around. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Next item, please.
Great. So the next applicant is 839 West 181st Food Inc., DBA Le Chalet. Do we have an owner or representative from that establishment?
Hi there, yes, Claire Donnelly, the general manager of Lakela.
Hi, how are you? Welcome on board. Again,
thank you.
great.
You said your last name was Donnelly?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Great establishment, not too far away from my work address on 181st Street. I think that you guys came out as one of the nice places to come in Washington Heights by one of the local newspapers, if I'm not mistaken, some time ago. Is that correct?
Yes, we were at #1 bar in Washington Heights and Uptown Manhattan for St. Patrick's Day, actually.
Great, great. This is the great things that we would like to listen to. You know, great comments. So congratulations for running this fine establishment.
Thank you.
They did submit a copy of the application. It's completed along with a copy of the public notice. The last time that they came on board, there were no major issues. And again, fine establishment. But on that note, I'd like to listen the recommendation of 34th Precinct. And for that, I'm going to ask Captain Mosan to please share with us some comments. Captain, you have the floor.
Again, no conditions here reported to me as a problematic location. So good to go here.
Thank you so much, Captain. And if there are no comments, I see the Ebenezer, you have your hand up, please.
Hi, Mr. Chairman. Because of the technical difficulties we had before, we were not able to say that we have translation available. Ms. Soraya is with us. She was able to reconnect. So just to let her know when you got a chance, you want to introduce that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't get in earlier.
Well, welcome anyway. Soraya, if you're so kind, please share with the audience in case if there's someone that would need assistance in translation, that all I have to do is raise your hand, then you provide direct translation. Please, you have to do that.
Sure, of course. Buenas noches para los que hablan español. Tenemos servicios de interpretación. Si levantan la mano cuando les toque el turno, puedo ayudarlos. Soy Soraya. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Soraya.
Thank you.
On that note, if there are no objections, I'd like to go to straight vote. Seeing none, let's do that. Anthony, please proceed.
Sure. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Murray, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 5 yeses, 0 nos.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So congratulations again to the folks at Lakela. Keep doing well, and we're very proud of the work that you're doing. And again, the final decision we made as a general board member, but I think this will be a done deal. So congratulations and have a good night.
Thanks a million, guys. All the best. Take care.
Thank you. Let's proceed to the next one, please.
The next applicant is Sushi Vita Inc., DBA Mama Sushi. Do we have an owner or representative from Mama Sushi?
Hi, my name is Victor Santos. I'm the representative for Sushi Vita Inc.
Hi, Victor.
Welcome on board, Victor. Again, this applicant submitted a complete application, which includes a copy of the public notice. The last time that this applicant came on board, that would be February 10th, 2021. There was no objection by the board. It's a very fine establishment run by Victor and Susanna. A lot of important people attend this place. Based on the questionnaire, I see no SLA fines, no major issues. But the last time that they had a health inspection, they had an A, so congratulations, Victor. On that note, I have no further questions, but I'll turn to 34th Precinct. Captain Mosan, what's the opinion of 34th Precinct?
No crimes or disturbances in the recent period. All good here.
Thank you so much, Captain. I see no questions from residents. Committee members, any questions? If none, let's proceed to a vote. No objection. Let's go to a vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Murray, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 5 yeses, 0 nos.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So Victor, congratulations. Keep doing the great job that you guys been doing for a long time. Very proud of the work that that you have, given us with Mama Sushi, and we hope that the weather will bring more clients to that area, because I know that that area needs a lot of love, lots of love. Yep. And I'd like to invite our committee members also to attend that area, because those restaurants are going through some hard times and they definitely need some love from the community. So Victor, have a good night and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night, guys.
Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Agenda item number 5, that applicant withdrew prior to the meeting. So we'll move forward to the 6th agenda item. That applicant is Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant, Inc. Do we have a representative or owner from?
Okay, excuse me. I have to intervene. I just got in the meeting, so I wanted to announce my presence. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
Welcome on board, Carl.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, do we have a representative or owner from that establishment?
Yes, good evening. I was going to interpret it for her, but I see you have Soraya who can do it for her. So I'll just let Soraya do the interpretation. Thank you.
Sure. So welcome on board. Please tell us your name and affiliation to this establishment.
My name is Maria Gonzalez, the manager for Mi Ranchito Mexican Restaurant.
Maria, and how long have you managed in this place?
Almost 11 años.
11 years.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. How's that business going there?
¿Cómo le va en el negocio ahí?
Estamos bien, gracias a Dios.
We are
Todo
well,
bien.
thank God. We're
Okay.
doing well.
Maria, you have on your last health inspection, you have a letter grade of the spending. When you have a pending grade, it means that something is going on that they will not want to give an F. So please elaborate what's going on with the health issues at Mi Ranchito.
Si nos puede elaborar, porque en la última revisión tenían un grado de pendiente. Cuando eso pasa es algo que está pasando. Entonces, si le puede contar, nos puede contar qué está sucediendo con los problemas de salud.
Okay, okay. Lo que pasó fue que vinieron y en la parte de atrás del basement hay un apartamento, pero prácticamente seguido hay como liqueo. Entonces, el día que vino el inspector, estaba liqueando agua. Y en la parte de atrás, que no nos corresponde a nosotros, ella encontró excremento de animal, pero eso no nos corresponde a nosotros, pero ella no lo puso en la nota. So, por eso nos dejó grado pendiente y de que venía en 3 semanas y estamos esperando, pero ya todo está bien.
So what happened was that there's an apartment in the back part in the basement, and first it had some leaking, and then when they came to inspect, they also saw excrement, but that did not pertain to us.
And
She wrote it.
thank you. And on the inside, what do they find specifically? Did they find anything on the inside of the premise?
En la parte de adentro del local, ¿qué encontraron específicamente?
Adentro fue que nos encontraron un arroz con leche, que la temperatura no estaba bien y una llave estaba goteando agua, no sé cómo se dice, estaba liqueando agua. Entonces también eso fue y tenía que venir el plomero, la arregló en ese momento, pero es primera vez que nos han quitado la letra A.
Okay. So the issue was there was the rice, the milk and rice dessert, that the temperature was not correct. And then also on top of that, there was some plumbing, some leaking. And the plumber came, but this is the first time that they removed the letter A from us.
Y tampoco yo no estaba, que yo tengo el carnet de sanidad.
Perdón, usted no estaba cuando
No, no
vinieron.
estaba presente, sí, en ese momento con el ID.
Also, I was not present when they came with the ID because I do have my ID from the health department.
Very well. And I do know this establishment very well. I pass by consistently,
Gracias, gracias.
and they do run a really cool place.
Thank
But let's go to 34 precinct to, so they can tell us any reports.
I'll interpret.
Yep.
Yo conozco bien el lugar, pero vamos a hablar con el precinto 34 para ver su opinión.
Ok, gracias.
Thank you.
Captain Mosan, please tell us the opinion of 34 precinct.
Again, this seems to be primarily a food establishment, so we don't have any problems with disorderly groups or disturbances. So no complaints in the 3-4.
Thank you so much, Captain.
No
On-
tenemos quejas del local.
Gracias.
On that note, if there are no oppositions, I would like to go to a straight vote if committee members have no objections. Anthony, you do have a question, please.
I just want to ask what steps are being taken to fix the problems, particularly the roaches that were found in food areas.
Queremos saber qué pasos están tomando para arreglar el problema de que había cucarachas y es un área de comida.
No, lo que pasa fue que la muchacha, la de sanidad, fue en la parte de atrás que encontró eso. Entonces, no, ahí no había comida, pero hablamos con la dueña del edificio y ella ya solucionó, ya cerraron todo lo que tenían que cerrar porque se nos estaban pasando para la parte donde tenemos las botellas vacías, fue donde ella encontró eso.
Okay. So the health inspector, what she found was on the back part that there's no food in that back area. But so also we spoke to the building owner and they sealed the area that was things were getting through there.
Very well. Seeing all the questions from committee members, I recommend that vote to straight vote. Anthony, please proceed.
Vamos al
Chair.
voto.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Murray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses, 0 nos.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
Gracias, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Gracias, muy
Have a
amable.
good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
¿Ya me puedo despedir de la reunión o puedo seguir?
Can she say goodbye or she has to stay?
No, she doesn't have to stay. Again, congratulations. Please let her know to rectify whatever issues she might have. And that's it for the night, so she can leave.
No tiene que quedarse. Felicidades y por favor corrija las cosas que tenía mal.
Sí, sí, gracias, muy amable. Pasen
Yes,
buena
thank
noche.
you
Dios lo
very
bendiga.
much.
Thank you so much, Soraya. Let's proceed to the next item, please.
Okay, the next applicant is AC Wareton LLC DBA Penny Joe's. Do we have a representative or owner from that establishment?
I'm here, Andrew Costelli.
Okay, Andrew, what is your title there?
I'm the owner, I guess, operator as well.
Got it, thank you.
Welcome on board, Andrew, and you're the owner, operator. How long you been there, Anthony? Andrew?
4 years now.
How's business there?
It is recovering. It's been a long few years.
You can imagine. Anthony, this license expired on the 31st of March. What have you done with the liquor presently?
Very, very little. We have live music, food, and mocktails. That's one of the main things I wanted to ask the board today, is if we were really seeking a waiver of the final, 11 or 12 days of the 30-day notice, so I could submit to SLA tomorrow morning.
So we're going to provide a recommendation to the board by the 25th of April. That's going to leave the office, I would say, at the very end of the month. We will not be able to provide an official response until the 25th, but you can definitely approach the SLA to see if this can be expedited, and then the resolution of this community board will be sent out later on.
Would you be, if it, you have the power to waive the 30-day notice?
No, we don't. We don't do waivers here. On this board, we do not do waivers.
Okay, I understand that you don't on this board, but that means that the precedent is that you have not done. This is an extenuating circumstance, as was the last 2 years with COVID. Without this, I have to seriously consider not reopening, and that will cost 10 jobs of people that all live in the community board district. And we don't know what kind of operator will come in here, or if it'll even be a store that even cares, or if it's just going to be another, how would I say, detrimental business that seems to be popping up everywhere, like the 15 marijuana stores I've walked by in the last 2 days. I understand completely that there is no precedent for it. I'm very much humbly asking to please consider, maybe even if you would consider that, or take a separate vote on waiving that 15-day or that the next 11 days, or else I have to make some very horrible phone calls to some employees.
I recommend that you approach the SLA directly, because on our end, we would not like to start a precedent of giving out waivers, because we have never given out waivers. I understand where you were standing with this issue. I know it's very disheartening, but if you have had no major issues, which I see you never had like an SLA violation, I don't see why they would not give you the renewal. I just don't see it.
I was told by my lawyer that it would just sit on the desk without the 30-day.
I would seriously ask your attorney to reconsider his opinion and approach the SLA, because it will be practically very hard for you not to get this license on the 30-day notice.
It would be hard to get it without.
Not to get it.
Not to get it. He feels very differently. I understand. Is there any way to reach back out to you or the board after this, if it does turn out that he understands it as it will not be possible to renew? Because I mean, from where I'm standing, this is life or death for the restaurant, and I understand you don't want to set a precedent. I fully do. I've been to many of these meetings, and I know what you guys are doing for. I know that this is set up to protect the community. I really, really do. Even my wife applied to be on the community board the last round.
And also, Andrew, your attorney should have sent out this notice to SLA like a long time ago. To wait and have this license expired, it's just beyond me that this application was not submitted back, let's say, in January.
I understand. We've been through some turnover with my director of operations, who was handling all of this, and we've had some personal tragedies as well. The woman the bar's named after actually passed away recently.
We're very sorry for that. We're very sorry for that. But at this point, I think, and I feel that this vote is going to pass. If there's any way that your attorney can document this meeting, because it has been it's been recorded, so it's on the record. The vote will be on the record, and if that can be something that he can take to SLA, then let it be. And at this point, I think that we should go for a vote. Before I move on, Cheryl, you do have your hand up. Please proceed. And then we're going to go into the 33rd precinct. Cheryl.
Yeah, thank you, Isidro. So I'm just like a little confused. I know the place. I don't know the owner that well. I think I met him once a long time ago. But I'm a little confused because I thought like SLA, I could be wrong, that if a license is going to expire, isn't there like some kind of like a I don't know what, I don't even know the word, something where they extend it, or like is like a permit so that you could continue to stay open until the license is renewed? I could be wrong, but I thought there's like some kind of a mechanism like that with the SOA.
I believe we could expedite it, but that would necessitate the community board today to at least verbalize or tell me that they can waive the final 11 days on the 30-day notice.
Andrew, based on my experience, there have been, I'll say like 90% of the instances, or even 95% percent of instances where the SLA will renew the application without the recommendation of the community board. I would highly recommend that you reach out to them to see what can be done.
Isidro, this is Cheryl. Did you hear? I don't know if you heard my question.
What was your
Because
question?
you
Sorry, I was out.
stepped away. Okay, because I was a little confused. Doesn't SLA have like some kind of like a mechanism where if a license is getting ready to expire, you know how when people apply for, it's like, what is that? It's like a temporary to carry them through until the license is actually renewed, so they can stay open and continue to sell alcohol?
No, once the license expired, the operators is requested not only not to sell alcohol, but to remove the alcohol from the view of the public. I'm sure that the attorney received a notice, or even Andrew, in plenty of time, but because of the difficulties that they have gone through, it has come to this level. And
so they are currently closed right now.
Yeah,
They're not
hold
in
on. Let me.
operation.
they can stay open, but they cannot sell alcohol.
Oh, I
Here,
see.
let me hold on 1 second. I am literally on the phone with my attorney, Frank Palillo, and he's pretty familiar. And he's saying that they could submit, but they'll still make me wait if you can't waive the 30-day notice, or at least, I mean, we're not even looking 30-day notice. We're just looking for like the last 11 days of the, or last 12 days of the notice. Frank is here with me on speakerphone, in fact.
So I know Frank, and Frank knows the procedure of this community board, I hope, very well. And he knows that there are no waivers. The best that we can do is to provide you, Andrew, with some type of recommendation that you can visit and review the recordings. Unless the chair of the community board overrides this committee, which she has never done, then a letter will be written with the understanding that, you know, these are strenuous circumstances. If that is something that the chair wants to take on, that would be up on her. But that is not something that we would like to do at this point.
Political Authority doesn't have the manpower to look at videos. Unless they waive the 30 days, you have to wait the 30 days.
Isidro, are we sure we're completely unwilling in one case? And I know there's no precedent for this, but we also know that these are the times without precedent. And I really want to keep, I don't make money at this place. I do it because I love it, you know, because we're a good part of the community and we're bringing back live music with no cover to an area that needs it. But I know what I'm saying is I know it's within your power.
Okay, if it's going to be under my power, again, I will not do it. What I would ask you to do is to reach out to the chair of the community board. The chair can override the committee, take into account that this will be approved. If she'd like to write a statement and release it to you, Andrew and Frank, I'll have no position to that. But
wonderful. So you would be okay with me in writing or speaking to the chair and saying that Isidro Medina did say that they would have no objection to this. I mean, that's just what you said out loud.
That'll be the power of the chair, and she has every single right to do that.
Is the community board open? The community board office is open?
Are the community board offices open?
Yes, they are.
They are? Okay, so just, okay, right, so that's like a 100.
You can't just go. You can't just go. I have Ebenezer's email.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Tell Isidro hello for me. Tell him I miss him. I haven't seen him in ages.
Frank says hello and he messaged you guys. You're on speaker, so he probably heard you.
Thank you so much, Frank, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon.
All right.
Let's proceed, committee members, to vote on this matter. If there are no positions, sorry, we do have to go to the 33rd precinct. Detective Torres, this is the jurisdiction of 33rd precinct. What is the opinion of the 33rd precinct?
Yeah, at this location as well, we have no issues, crimes, problems. We have no objections over here.
Thank you so much, Detective. So no objection to the 33rd precinct. And on that note, I'll recommend that go to straight vote. Anthony?
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Murray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses, 0 nos.
Thank you so much, committee members. Andrew, do approach the chair. The chair, do what you got to do to keep your place open. I'm not against that. I just don't want to set up a precedent where the committee will start something new. But again, you have every single right to defend your business, and you do what you have to do.
All right, thank you for giving me the proper remedy, and I'll be in contact with them as soon as I can in the morning and let them know that your thoughts on it as well. Thank you.
Very well. And again, they can review the recording. You see how positive has been the comments from this committee and the 33rd precinct. So I think that, they should not have any problems issuing your renewal. So thank you again. I hope that you stay open, and hopefully all of us can stop by and say hello to you.
Thank you. I'll be reaching out to the chair with your thoughts. Thank you again.
Very well. Thank you so much. If there are no issues, Anthony, please proceed to the next one.
Sure. The next applicant, agenda item number 8 was Chipotle Mexican Grill. We did receive a email regarding this applicant about an hour before the meeting started. I believe we're treating this applicant as withdrew. They weren't able to attend the meeting, but I think I'll take the moment now to confirm whether there is an owner or representative from the establishment. No. Okay, so I think we move forward to the next agenda item.
So this application has been withdrawn, you're saying, Anthony?
Yeah, we got an email from one of the staff members. I'm not sure which one.
An email.
Yeah, so I believe we're treating this application as
All right,
withdrawn.
very well. So this application has been withdrawn. Thank you so much. Let's proceed to the next one.
The next agenda item is applicant AKV Restaurant Corp. DBA Inwood Local Wine Bar and Beer Garden. Do we have an owner or representative from that establishment?
Yes, hello.
For the purpose of this, please tell us your name and affiliation to the
Yeah,
staff.
hi. Yes, my name is Gus Anton. I'm the owner, operator.
Hi, Gus. How are you?
How you doing? Good, thank you.
And how long you been in operation, Gus?
We've had this business for about 10 years.
How's everything going over there?
It's been very rough, very rough.
All right. Hopefully the weather will help, and perhaps maybe some new marketing tools and design, and maybe approach to change something to attract a new clientele, maybe.
Well, we're hoping for a better spring and summer, definitely than the winter. Yeah.
Cool. So this operator submitted a complete application along with a copy of the picture of the public notice. The last time that they came on board, there was no objection back in April 23rd, 2019. There was no objection by this board. This was the 34th precinct on the jurisdiction of Captain Musan. Captain Musan, what is the opinion of the 34th precinct?
No objections at all for the establishment.
So Captain has said that there's no objection. I see no resident issues. Committee members, any questions? There are no SLA fines. The last time that they had a health inspection, I don't see any report. Can you tell us what you get in your last health inspection, please, Gus?
It was over a year ago. I don't have the exact date at this moment.
But was it what letter grade did you get?
An A.
Oh, okay, congrats. On that note, if there are no oppositions, I would like to go straight vote. Saying none, Anthony, please take the floor.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Marie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses, 0 nos.
Congratulations, Gus, on your establishment. We hope that you, this place get more attention, more love, so you can continue operating this establishment.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you have a good night, and I hope that you do well once again.
Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you.
Have a good night. Next on line, please.
Sure. Agenda item number 10 was withdrawn before the meeting, so we'll move on to new licenses. Starting with agenda item number 11, that's Doska Torche Bar and Grill Inc., DBA to be determined. Do we have an owner or representative from that establishment?
Yes, the owner, my name is Eric Roberto. And thank you for the opportunity. I've been in the community for over 18 years doing business. I have a barbershop in 207 and Broadway, right in front of McDonald's. And I'm be part of the community, very involved doing charities and doing a lot of stuff in my barbershop, giving back to the people in need. And I have this opportunity to take this place. And me and my family decides to move on, and we take over, and we would like to have the approval from you guys for us to apply to the legal license to the SLA.
Eric, so you say
Yes.
you've been very active in the community for how long?
Or I would say doing charities event in my barbershop 10 years in a row. I've been cutting, kids' hair for free and giving toys. And I do that every single year in my barbershop. It's not me collecting money for anybody. I do it from my own money. And I've been doing that for a lot of reasons and family reasons that we have in our families.
I'm a little bit confused, but that's Tobacco and Ron, right?
Yeah, Tobacco and Ron. Yes, that's Williams' business. Yes.
There's a license there already.
Is the license there? Yes.
So you're getting a new corporation, you buying the place out. Please
Yes,
tell
yes.
us, because as I see on the record, again, I love the place, particularly the food there is second to none.
Yes.
And the previous owners, great people, great community engagement. And I see here that they had a nail last time that they were inspected. So you are buying the place out, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And this will be a new
corporation. New corporation. Yes.
So practically you're new to the industry. We need to know how much experience you have. I know that you mentioned about barbershop, but we'd like to know to see if you have any liquor handling experience, and if so, where and for how long. And if not, who's going to be managing the alcohol, who's going to be bartending, and if there are any changes from the previous method operations from Tobacco y Ron, the hours, the music, what are you bringing new, and why are you coming into this establishment?
The first reason is to have the opportunity. Me and the owner are close friends, and he decides to step out and proposes to me. And for me, I think it wasn't a good opportunity. So I don't have any experience in the liquor, selling liquor. I never had a business selling liquors in New York City, but I do have his support, and I have one of the member staff that I have a lot of experience, that he's going to be the manager of the place.
Who will be the manager there?
His name is Eddie Perez. He's actually working in another restaurant as well in the community.
So Eric will be managing the place, and the license will be under your name, correct?
Under my name, yes.
And so you're going to bring in new bartenders there? You're going to keep the staff there? Or what's the plan?
We're planning to keep the staff the same way it is. We're planning to keep everything running the same way it is. The things that we're trying to improve is the live music, bring more activity, involve more the community, and those are the stuff that we planning to do going forward to attract more focus on keeping the good services and the good food that is been established for years, and that's basically our goal.
Okay, and as far as the hours that you have that Tabaco Ron has currently, that's going to remain the same?
It's going to continue to remain the same. It's like I said, we don't plan to make any changes because it's been running smoothly. We just want to, get better in any areas. Everything will be continue running the same.
Okay, I understand. And my last question is, well, maybe I should skip that. But I'm going to open up the floor. I don't see any resident questions. So let's go through specifics, guys. This is practically a restaurant that is already in place. Gus is buying this corporation, and as a new corporation, there has to be a new license. And Joel, I'll get back to you in a minute if you don't mind. The hours of operations are the same. The place has been properly soundproof, and they do also have a sound limiter. There has been no SLA reported summonses here. So it's a new person that is coming in. Joel, you have the floor. But before I do that, Joel, let's proceed because we wait until the 34th precinct will submit the recommendations. This is with the Prairie 34th precinct. So Captain Mosan, please tell us your input.
We've had recent crimes in the immediate area, but nothing related to this establishment. All that we ask is that the owners and operators remain committed and cooperating with the 34th precinct. But no objections here.
Very well. So question for you, Captain, because I know that area really well as well, and I know perhaps what you might be trying to indicate. Before there used to be a problem with double parking, but the folks at Tabaco Ron, they actually rectified the problem there. And, those far has not been a problem. And you like to keep this level of cooperation going moving forward with the new management. That's what you're requesting, correct?
Absolutely. That the new owners and operators just remain committed and they cooperate with the 34th precinct.
Very well. Thank you so much. Let's now go to Joel. You have a question.
I just want to echo your sentiments, Chair. The establishment there prior to the prior ownership, the food was great there, and I enjoyed myself every time I went. So, is there a particular reason why they gave up the establishment, or is it just because he's retiring?
He's he's have some healthy issues, like health problems, so he can be committed to the place 100%, and that's one of the main reasons why he decided just to give to sell it to us.
Yeah.
All right then, thank you.
On that note, taking into account that there is already a place that has had the support of this community board and the precinct before, I'd like to do a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
Steve Murray, how do you vote? Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses and 0 no's.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So congratulations to Gus as a new owner. Your life is going to change a little bit. Now you have to be worried about the nightlife, inventory, staff, patrons. But if you do a great job, you're going to enjoy it.
Thank you, guys. I would definitely take your advice, and I will put it in place. Thank you, guys.
We will definitely drop by and visit you. So take care of yourself. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Next online, please, Anthony.
Sure. The next applicant is She Messy Corp., DBA Tazo Coffee. Do we have an owner or representative from that establishment?
Yes, Mark Russo.
Hi, good evening. My name is Ellen from ABC License, representing She Messy and Mr. Mark Russo, the applicant, and I share the same link, so we're showing up both as ABC License.
I see.
So, Mark, are you the owner?
Yes, sir.
Very well. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
And you also have your representative there, which is great. For the committee members, the applicant did submit a complete application along with a copy of the public notice in place. The question that I have is the same one that I had for the previous owner. Isn't there a liquor license here, right?
Not now, currently, because when they got the license back in 2019, they signed a stipulation with the state liquor authority promising they'll provide a letter of no objection. But during the pandemic, the building department literally shut down and their letter of no objection process stopped. And liquor authority refused to renew the license without the letter of no objection. He recently got the letter of no objection, but instead of applying brand new license, since he's decided to sell the business, we're coming in. It's going to be a brand new application with a temporary permit as well. But there's no license currently since 2021.
So this probably goes over the time limit to apply for a temporary liquor license, or has it not?
Oh, no, but it's because he's not within 500 foot. He doesn't fall under the 500 foot rule. And there's only 2 within 500 foot feet distance that we do qualify for an immediate 90-day temporary permit.
So the only 2 active licenses around the perimeter?
I did submit on the questionnaire as well. The other 2 who are active on the LEMP. Let me see. There's actually 1. It's 463 feet away, 3820 on Broadway Cafe LLC. Address is 3821 Broadway. And the other one is 571 feet according to the LEMP measurement, which is Chelsea Hospitality Corp.
Very well. So for committee members and the 33rd Precinct's info, please note that the capacity here for this establishment is
capacity per letter of no objection
74.
But there's no way you're going to squeeze in 74 persons in this tiny 800 square feet of
that's what I thought.
We're putting in 32 seats, and this was clearly mentioned on the questionnaire. The only amendment we need to make is the hour of operation. I thought.
Let me go to a specific, if
Yes.
you don't mind. So the capacity here is 74, and we know this is a very small place. They have 32 chairs with 12 tables. There have been no previous SLA summonses to this establishment. The hours of operations, from what they have here, on a daily basis, 8 a.m. to 12 midnight. The place has been, they're requesting for recorded music, no DJ, no karaoke, no live music. You indicated the place has not been properly soundproofed.
It's not. It was never done by the previous owner, and we intend to have background music only, and there's no need for a soundproofing.
And you don't have a sound limiter?
I do. I have a Noise Aware app. It's a device that I use in my hotel businesses and my short-term rental businesses. And there's no residential apartments in the building. The building is just commercial. It's just Planet Fitness and Chipotle.
Very well. On that note, let's proceed with the opinion of the 33rd Precinct, and that be Detective Torres. What's the opinion of the 33rd Precinct, Captain? Captain Torres is not available, but let's proceed with it because I do see some committee members with questions. Anthony.
Yeah, I just have a gating question. So, Mark, you were not the owner of Tazo before this transition?
No association with Tazo.
Okay. I still wanted to make some comments just because I'm a community member. I live right down in the Audubon Historic District. And just the first thing I'll say with Tazo, I've gotten to know the staff there quite a lot. I used to visit every day. I don't know if you're retaining some of those staff members, but one thing I'd note is that with respect to the POS system, there was an issue with the tipping function. Apparently, staff members weren't actually getting the tips that customers would select when they were checking out with credit cards. So I just hope going forward that issue is rectified, particularly if you do retain the staff from Tazo.
Their entire staff has went somewhere else. They closed down a few weeks ago, and they took their POS system.
Got it. Thanks for that. The next thing I would just note, the area that you're in, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, that turn off of 157th Street onto Edward Morgan is quite a little dangerous just from walking. Obviously, you don't have control over the walking, but when it was a coffee shop, what would often happen is patrons would double park their vehicle right outside, making that turn more dangerous than it needed to be.
I see it.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you're doing quick takeout or any types of orders like that, but one thing I would recommend for the chair to consider is including a stipulation of a no double parking sign, especially if you're going to have outdoor seating.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing I would just note, again, another issue I observed when it was Tazo, and I'm not putting this blame or really the burden on you since you weren't affiliated, but just note that there were oftentimes animals, particularly dogs, in the dining room area, and that is illegal under New York state law. So unless it's a service animal, really just noting not allowing animals within the dining room or food preparation areas.
Yes, I have 22 years experience in the hospitality business, so I can assure you that I'm not that I'm not dog friendly, but I don't like to have dogs in food establishments. So if it's a service animals that's federally protected, then I have no choice and I will allow them in. But other than that, it's not a welcome your dog in friendly type of restaurant.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And I'll turn it back to the
Thank you so much, Anthony. So Anthony, you were saying that there was some tipping issues with the last operator.
Yeah, that's correct. A number of the baristas that I've gotten to know over the years would tell me that the tips that would actually go through the credit card terminal never appeared in their paycheck. But again, this has nothing to do with Mr. Russo since he wasn't affiliated with the previous owner.
Okay. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Carl, you have a question?
Yeah, actually, I do. This place is like about a block away from where I live, and I walk by there every so often. And actually, my gym is the Planet Fitness, right on the other side of the building.
Yeah.
My question is there any way, any material way that you plan to like change the character of the restaurant and the kind of service it provides?
I didn't get the first part. Change the color?
The character.
Oh, the character. Yes. Yeah. So it's our food model is to be a French Spanish fusion tapas style. So small plate style.
And with respect to the capacity, I understand. Well, I mean, I know it's a small place, and the capacity statement is a bit on the higher side of what it should be. But in terms of like, do you plan any kind of expansion, physical expansion of the capacity space?
No, we're not. We haven't made any changes other than cosmetic changes. So the floor plan remains as it was, and I think the seating capacity includes the outdoor dining as well,
Right.
24. And realistically, inside, I think 32 is about what 36 maybe. So between the two, we might be somewhere in the mid to high 50s at full service. And just one other thing, just earlier, just an amendment. We're not opening in the morning. We'll be open for lunch 11:30, and we'll be closing the kitchen on weekends at around 11 p.m. and weeknights around 9:30 p.m.
So you changed the hours, opening 11:50 in the morning?
We're not opening early in the morning like the Tazo Coffee.
Yeah, no, we're not a cafe. We're coffee
So
shop.
11:30 through
midnight.
Through midnight on weekends, right?
Yeah, and
which is Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It said, the cafe. How would you describe the nature of your business? How would you describe yourself?
I'm in the hospitality industry, so I've owned restaurants and predominantly hotels, but a lot of vacation rental properties, medical housing, corporate housing, recovery housing. So all parts of the hospitality industry.
No, I mean your business. How would you describe your business? How would you characterize your business?
This restaurant, I would classify it as a full service restaurant. So full service restaurant.
Thank you. I'll drop by one of these days again and check it out. Nice place, actually.
I'm going to try to put some healthy stuff on there so you can come by after the gym.
Wonderful. Will do.
And Mark, on weekdays, you're going to stay open until 11 p.m.?
We're planning on closing the kitchen at 9:30 or 10. So it's a little bit, the demographic here is a little bit different. This street from, I'm not sure what the community wants yet because it's west of Broadway. So it's a little bit of a different demographic. So the guidelines, obviously I'm going to stick within the guidelines. I may close earlier, but I won't be closing any later.
But tell us the closing hours because we have to have this for the minutes.
Oh yeah. So midnight will be closed.
Can we have it on or before midnight? So midnight as the closing hour for now, because on the warmer seasons, if the business does pick up, he does intend to stay an hour late.
Not a problem. So you're going to stay open until midnight on a daily basis?
Yes.
Okay. All right. On my end, I'd like to recommend 2 steps, like Anthony indicated. Since this area, and I know very well that this can be an issue with cars going east, I recommend that no parking sign be displayed on the sidewalk. And Mark, the measurements are like 3 feet high times 2 feet wide. That would clearly indicate and discourage patrons from double parking.
Yeah, we've actually already ordered custom signs to put around the outdoor dining that we just rebuilt.
Very well. And also proof of purchase of a sound limiter. You said that you have a sound limiter in place, or
it's called Noise Aware is the name of the company that we use in the hospitality business, in the hotels and the vacation rental properties, and it's a device that we put into the dining area, the bar area, and then it sends us an alert.
Can you send us a proof of purchase of that equipment or not?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
So please do that before the by April 21st, no later than 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Send our community board staff a copy of that. Just send that picture.
Yep.
And that should be in the office no later than 5 o'clock by Friday, April 21st.
So just so you know, the receipt will be old because we bought a couple of hundred of them because I have a couple of hundred properties. So we always have them so we can add more.
Very well, not a problem.
Yeah.
So please do that. And based on those tips, if there are no objections, I'd like to hold a straight vote. Seeing none, Anthony, please proceed.
Just before we proceed, did we want to check back in with the 33rd, see if she rejoined?
Is Detective Torres with us? Detective Torres? No, let's proceed.
Detective Torres?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we have no objections to this either. We have no problems with this location.
Thank you so much, Detective. So based on the 33rd, please, no objection. And on that, let's proceed to a vote. Thank you so much, Detective.
Thank you.
Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Marie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses, 0 nos.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So Mark, and you probably thank you so much for coming. Congratulations. This is a little bit far away from my place, but maybe some committee members and I can drop by and visit you.
I'll send you an Uber. Thank you.
Have a good night.
When are you opening?
I'm shooting for mid-May.
Okay.
Mid-May, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Next one, please.
Right, the next applicant is Doden LLC, DBA to be determined. Do we have a owner or representative from that establishment?
Again, Ellen from ABC license representing Doden. We did not send the posting, the meeting posting, because he was trying to, he had instructed the construction workers to remove the graffiti all over, that's all over the windows now, but that wasn't done. And the posting wasn't done in timely manner. So I said, we can always come back next month. Doden LLC was here before the board 2 years ago, actually. We got the approval and we did file for the application and got the conditional approval. And one of the conditions was letter of no objection again. And we could not come up with the letter of no objection because the building department was, this is the reason why we're back for another second application.
Very well. So on that note, I highly recommend then that that you withdraw this application so not
Yes.
actions will be taken.
We'll come back next month meeting after we send the posting photos.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this application has been withdrawn. Proceed to the next one, please.
The next one is Rita NYC LLC. Do we have a owner or representative from that establishment?
Yes, hi, my name is Adriana Coca. I'm the owner of a new restaurant, French restaurant, under the established name Rita NYC, to be called La Creperies at 808 West 187th Street, New York, 133 in Washington Heights. I want to thank Community Board 12 and the License Committee for allowing me to come here today to request approval of the temporary on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. And the restaurant is in the 187th Street corridor between Fort Washington Avenue and Pinehurst, across the street from Frank's Market. My restaurant will be served classic French crepes and waffles and future classic French comfort food dinner with a capacity about 65 guests. We hope it can be a place for families and the community to come enjoy dinner in a casual friendly atmosphere. And a little bit about myself. I'm Colombian born immigrant that has lived and worked in New York City in hospitality for about 10 years and have lived in Washington Heights about 5 years. My family have several businesses in Colombia related to restaurants, tourism, and coffee interest. I'm here today with my business advisor and restaurateur, Jorge Almendras, or Jorge Almendras, I have worked for 8 years. He's a former owner de La Tacocina, now called Refried Beans, former owner of Yomitai on Broadway and La Piñata on 181st and 207 Street, and the former Banco Heights and Restaurant Amounts. All places he has sold back to his former employees. And at the end, so I'm here to request approval of my restaurant's temporary license and look forward to any question from the committee.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adriana. So you are the owner, correct?
Yes.
Very well. And you indicated that this would be a classic French food establishment open to create a family atmosphere. And you have been living in Washington Heights for 5 years.
Yes.
And you have been in the restaurant industry for 10 years.
Yes.
Where have you worked at? Which restaurants?
So I've been working in La Piñata, was in 181st, bartending and serving. And I work in La Maison in 185th and Broadway. I've
What's the
been
name of the
working
place again? I'm sorry. 185th and what?
85th,
What's the name of the place?
the Mason Pico. Mason Pico or La Mason is called Mason Pico, 85th and Broadway.
But there's not a liquor license there.
Yes, they got.
Maybe it's
Mason-
under a different name.
Mason
Pico.
Mason Pico,
84.
80 and Broadway.
Yeah, 84th, not 184th. I know.
84 and Broadway.
You're right. Maison
Yeah.
Pico has a liquor license.
Yeah, it's so popular place
Yeah,
in Upper West, Upper West Side.
I'm sorry.
And
No, just come 1 second, please, Ariana. What's the name of this place again?
Mason Pico,
And that's where specifically? Anthony, you feel that is
84
where?
and Broadway.
Oh, 184th in Broadway.
No, 84 Broadway. No, the first one was in 181st here in Washington Heights. The second one is in going to downtown,
Upper West.
Upper West Side,
84th Street.
84th Street and Broadway.
On 84th Street. Okay, my apologies. Yeah. Okay. Good.
And I've been working with Tom Colicchio in Balatan Craft. It's so popular places. Tom Colicchio is the international chef. So
Very well. So let me go through the specifics so the committee could have a better understanding. So again, though, as Diana indicated, this establishment has a capacity of 72. They will have about 10 tables, 20 chairs. And again, based on the, maybe I got it wrong, but okay, it's here. The hours of operations is 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. from Mondays to the Thursdays until 11 p.m. and then 10 a.m. until 12 midnight on Fridays and Saturdays, and then on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. You will have no jukebox, no DJ. Music will be played through recorded means. There'll be no karaoke. And you're indicating that the place has been properly soundproofed. There used to be an establishment there, so I know that this place has been soundproofed. And are you going to have a sound limiter?
no. So
Why
we're
not?
gonna play just background music, French music, French classic music.
Very well. I did receive the letter, and this is made, I'm sure, obviously because of the previous owner, but there is an issue. Someone sent us a note that the place was very loud on the outside. This came to a note from someone named John, and we received that email, and of course we had to submit that and indicate that at least one resident has a problem with the level of music outside. And because you do have a backyard, correct?
Yes.
Music cannot be played on the outside. And we will make sure that you succeed. But I might ask for some steps, at least for a sound limiter to be in place, because we do not want the residents there to be complaining. But on that note, let's proceed with 34th Precinct to listen to the opinion of 34th Precinct. Captain Mosan, what's the opinion of 34th Precinct? I don't see them, but okay. So not present. 34th Precinct is not present. Okay, probably left. So on that note, let's go to committee members to see if they have any questions. Committee members. So
go ahead.
yes, I'm going to ask for one step, and that is to provide us with a copy of the purchase of a sound limiter, and please send the copy of that receipt out to the community board no later than April Friday, April 21st, by 5 o'clock, no later than 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And just, I'm sure that, I forgot the gentleman's name, because he's very well known. He has been like a really good person providing great venues for us. But he will know what the sound limiter is, right? So send us a copy of the sound limiter that you have purchased that equipment and that you're going to install it.
Okay.
On that note, I'm going to see Joel. You have a question, Joel? Please proceed.
I just want to know what the opening day is. The date of opening.
Sorry, I can hear you clear. If you are talking about
Your opening date. When are you planning to open up the establishment?
the first week of May,
Okay, thank you.
thanks.
It's a nice place, and also the backyard is beautiful. I highly recommend that you guys visit this establishment.
I have one other question.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are taking the place of the Indian restaurant that was there, correct?
No,
No, that's not the,
was Angelica's before.
okay, okay.
The Indian restaurant is at the front, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Okay,
the corner for Washington.
okay.
On that note, let's go to a vote, please, Anthony.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes,
C. Murray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's 6 yeses and 0 nos.
Oh, congratulations, Adriana.
Thank you so much.
We hope that your dream will come true, and we're looking forward to visiting you. And congratulations once again, and you have a good night.
Thank you. Good night. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. This is your place. All are invited here. We're gonna send you a letter to come here and try our crepes.
God bless.
Okay.
Looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you. Good night.
Let's proceed to the next one, please, Anthony.
Sure. So the next applicant is Gallego Seafood 2 Corp. Do we have a owner or representative from that establishment? I'll repeat it. Maybe Gallego Seafood 2 Corp. Do we have an owner or representative from that establishment? Okay, I don't see any, Chair.
And just to let the auditor know that usually when the applicant doesn't show up for a new license or anything else, if there are issues, the committee will tend to go to a direct vote because we don't have a complete application either. They are not here, and it's usually rejected by the committee. Let's go to straight vote, please.
Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
No.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
no,
C. Murray, how do you vote?
No.
Carl, how do you vote?
No.
And I vote no. That's 1 yes and 5 no's. We object.
Very well. So this application fails.
Okay. And then the last applicant of the night is Cafe Bloom LLC DBA Bloom. Do we have a owner or representative from that establishment?
We're here.
Hi. Can I get your name, please?
Melanie Gomez and Roseanne Mercado.
And what are your titles there?
We're co-owners and operators.
Thank you.
Welcome on board. As co-owners about Melanie, and I couldn't get the last the person's name.
Roseanne, R-O-S-A, N like Nancy, M like Mary, Y, Mercado.
Welcome on board to both of you. So you are requesting a temporary restaurant license at establishment located 4994 Broadway. This is between 187th and 189.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go through the specifics. The capacity is 41. It seems that it's a very small place, consisting of 12 tables, 29 chairs. And the hours of operations is very It's not bad, at least to my definition. 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on a daily basis. The place, they will not be requesting a jukebox. They will have DJ, recorded music, karaoke, and live music. It seems like there's a restaurant there already, correct?
Yes, it was Halo Bistro.
It was who?
Halo Bistro Cafe.
Okay, yeah. Nice place, yeah. And based on the last health inspection, you received an A. The applicant submitted a complete application. There was a liquor license there before. So is this a new corporation? Please elaborate.
Yeah, it's a new LLC. So we're in, working with the previous owner right now in transitioning, but we did open a new LLC. We're rebranding and, you know, trying to reach out to the community under this new name, Cafe Bloom. So that's why we are reapplying, because we have a new employee identification number.
Great, great. And how well you know the community, and please tell us your experience on alcohol handling.
Yeah, so we were born and raised here, literally Presbyterian Hospital. Until now, we both moved to Riverdale just because, you know, we can't afford to live here anymore. But hopefully we are bringing this cafe, which is a European style cafe. If you look at our menu, we've kept a lot of the things from Halo, but we've added some different touches on it. So you have some Mexican food, some Dominican food, some American food, kind of catering to the community that we grew up in. And certainly, you know, I'll speak for myself and then Sammy can say her side. Growing up in this neighborhood, I feel like I went to NYU, so all the nice places were always downtown. I studied abroad in Europe, fell in love with the coffee shop ideals of bringing family together, bringing culture together, having coffee during the day, having wine for lunch, and creating a vibe that was conducive to learning and bringing people together. And I think that's what we're doing here. And it makes me, you know, very happy. I think someone said it earlier, like, you know, I'm not making any money here, but it makes me happy to give back. And I love that we had people here studying for their bar exam in February who, you know, because they were seeing each other here every day, we're talking to each other. And like, that's the kind of community momentum that we want to keep building and create relationships where people can network here and build better for the community.
So you're born and raised here. God bless you. And what's your experience in alcohol handling? And if you don't have an experience, who will be managing the alcohol?
Yeah, so we personally don't have any experience, but like I said, we are still working with the previous owner. Also, we are very close to, my boyfriend is one of the owners of Locksmith Bar. So they've been around for 13 years. So they're helping us guide, but I've been, you know, in management for over 13 years. So it's, you know, I'm learning the ropes. So hopefully we'll get this license going and then, you know, that can be transferred over to just us.
Locksmith has been a really great operator and a great contributor to our community. So I'm happy to see that engagement.
Yeah,
that's good to hear. Let me proceed to see what's the opinion of 34th Precinct. They're not here. But I'm going to open up the floor then to our committee members to see if they have any questions. Committee members, Joel.
And it's good to see. It's refreshing to see two local business owners growing up. You know, that grew up here in Washington Heights own that establishment, because out of all the retail and commercial real estate that Washington Heights has, this is the most unique. So, well, one of them. So I encourage the committee to vote for this because, you know, you guys look like my cousins, so it's it's good. It's a good thing. And I saw the menu and I really liked Halo before it was there. I was really saddened when they closed because I enjoyed the coffee there. It was actually down the street from where I live. But I want to see this place thrive. So I encourage the committee to vote yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. I also like the sense of excitement and the positive energy that you are bringing to this establishment. It's really good to see that.
I'm also a teacher, so we're getting the ropes of things now, but hopefully in the future we can do more like kid-related community outreach things when we get there, because we're not there yet, but that's the goal.
Anthony, you have a question?
More just a comment, and I think echoing the positive feedback you've received, but it's very good also to see that most of these items are very affordable. And I appreciate, I think, going off of what you were saying, that you're doing it because you love it. A lot of times we see menus where the items just seem so unreasonably priced, and I appreciate that you're not gouging your customers and you're really offering a reasonable price for these items. So thank you for that.
Anthony, I agree with you.
Maybe we should all go and visit this place because, again, I like also the fact that they do have outside seating, and it's a really nice place. And now with the positive energy that I see in both of you, I think it's quite welcoming to see you all in the community. I don't think I have any tips because that establishment is not residential. There's only that space around there, and I don't see any double parking issues around that area because I know that area really well as well. But I'm open to see if there are any recommendations. If not, we can go to a straightforward.
As always, can I know the opening date of the establishment?
We've been here. We're here. Come through.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys are open.
Yeah, we're open.
I have it. Okay, good. All right.
We close kind of early. We close at 7 p.m. for the most part, but we're here in the morning also. So a lot of people like to come in and work during the day if that's something that you can do.
Awesome. I will be there.
Yes.
All right. On that note, I recommend that we go to a straightforward.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Definitely yes.
Joelle, how do you vote?
Yes.
C. Marie, how do you vote?
Yes, I look forward to visiting.
Come see me.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I vote yes, so that's 6 yeses, 0 nos.
Congratulations to both. Just a word of warning, your lifestyle is going to change because you do have to worry about different issues, the clientele, the staff, the inventory, also business by, the PD maybe. Just don't be nervous, just do what you got to do and you'll be very, very successful based on the energy that I see that you bring into the community. So welcome on board and congratulations again. And we hope that you do prosper.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you know where to find us now. Bye.
Well, committee members, we reached the end of the meeting. Very grateful for Anthony for volunteering to take the minutes and also to take the role. Thank you for stepping up. Very grateful for that. Soraya, thank you so much for translation services.
Thank you.
I think that we did this like in a really decent amount of time. So we went through the agenda quite well. Very happy with how we're proceeding as a committee. Very proud of each one of you. And again, you see that all this positive energy coming to the community, and we hope this will be for the betterment of our community. So you're making a difference, and I'm proud of the work that you're doing.
Excellent. Yeah.
And on that note, if there are any questions or no objections, we go to we'll have a call to suspend the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you all. You all have a good night.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night.
As well. Anthony, if you need to touch base on the minutes or the format, just let me know and I can help you out.
Thank you for that. I'll reach out.
Thank you, Cincinnati.
Oh, you're welcome.